Hi there, Chris here with another BatRep for y'all. In this one, we're looking at Eldar versus Eldar Kinwrath, as the young Autarch needs to seek redemption. It'll be Eldar versus Eldar, 1850 points. We'll be playing Hammer and Anvil deployment and the Emperor's Will mission. Not sure why two Eldar players are going to be playing the Emperor's Will, but I don't know, I'll let you all figure that one out. And so let's have a look at the armies. Eldar, 1850. We've got a Farseer and a couple Warlocks. Small unit Dire Avengers. Another unit of Dire Avengers with an Exarch. 15 Guardians with a Bright Lance. Unit of Dire Avengers in a Wave Serpent. 2 units of Wraith Guard with Doom Signs, both with Wave Serpents. And then we have a Crimson Hunter Exarch. Nasty little plane. Kind of pretty though. And then we also have a Wraith Lord with dual scatter lasers, I do believe. And so let's have a look at the Samhan. 2 Farseers. 3 Warlocks, 2 with Conceal, 1 with Embolden. Dire Avenger unit with Wave Serpent. Dire Avenger unit with Wave Serpent. Both Wave Serpents have Bright Lances. 9 Jet Bikes. Both Jet Bike units have 3 Shuriken Cannon units. Unit of Vipers with 2 Shuriken Cannons. And another unit of Vipers with dual Shuriken Cannons. And then a Phoenix proxying as a Hemlock. Just because I want to try out that Hemlock. So, can't wait. Gonna try it out. So, deployment. Wave Serpent with Wraith Guard. Dire Avengers guard the Relic. Or, not the Relic, but the objective. Dire Avengers, Wraith Lord, and Wave Serpent. Guardians have the center. And then the other Wave Serpent with Dire Avengers is over in the other end. And so that's their deployment. Samhan deployment is 2 Wave Serpents with the Dire Avengers on one flank, Vipers, and a large unit of Jet Bikes all in the center. And then this one Warlock all by himself. I didn't account for the Jet Bikes, so it's one Warlock all on his lonesome as a council, so he's by himself. And then he's backed up with Vipers with dual Shuriken catapults. And so, no seizing the initiative. Eldar get the first turn. Don't know what craftworld he is, but we'll make one up for him at some point. He advances. Wave Serpents all flying forward. Everybody else is advancing forward. Those Dire Avengers stay put. And since the first turn is Night Fight, he decides, well, I really don't feel like taking shots and then getting cover saves, and so he decides to run everybody. So Dire Avengers run, Wraith Lord runs, the Wave Serpents flat out, and this one I believe had Star Engine, so he goes flying forward, and that one's got Wraith Guard inside of it, and so you're right in my face. Coming up at the center, just bringing it right to the Samhan. And so Samhan counter with Vipers, everybody, Jet Bikes targeting the Wave Serpent. We've got to take that Wave Serpent out. It's going to be a pain. We want to make sure we try and pop that as early as possible. These Jet Bikes get ready, and the Wave Serpents target that Wave Serpent. You can see we're getting ready to shoot that guy down. Now you would think that 2 Bright Lances should be enough to take that Wave Serpent out. And so both these guys shoot it and only manage to take out 2 hull points out of that thing. The Jet Bikes are forced to shoot at it, and the other Jet Bikes and Vipers manage to destroy the Wave Serpent, but are unable to damage any of the Wraith Guard inside. And because it's Night Fight, so we're only shooting at the closest things possible. Then the Jet Bike secondary move, they move out, so they fan out so that those Doomsides aren't going to get too many hits on us. And this jet bike unit attacks the Wave Serpent, manages to knock the hull point off, and the Wraithguard have to deploy out the back. And so Eldar, turn 2. Guardians continue to advance. Dire Avengers advance. Wraithlord advances. Dire Avengers jump out the back of their other Wave Serpent, while the Wave Serpent targets the Vipers, I do believe. And then the Wraithguard get ready to target the jet bikes with all their Doom sides. These Wraithguard target the other jet bikes with their Doom sides. And we're in a nice big clump, so it's not looking very good here. And so into the shooting phase. All these guys open up. They manage to kill a few. And then the Wraithguard charge in and begin close combat here. And then these Wraithguard shot. Farseer managed to take most of the damage. Fortune and Conceal managed to, keep these guys alive. And they failed their charge coming in. They didn't manage to charge. And so that was really unfortunate, because now that Warlock, he's going to cast the Embolden on himself. I managed to get my flyer in, and he's targeting the Dire Avengers. The jet bikes target the Wraithguard. The small jet bike unit falls back and targets the Wraithguard. And then the Wave Serpent targets the Wraithguard, of course. And then this Wave Serpent targets the Dire Avengers guarding the objective. Manages to fly across that river and get ready to put some hurt on. And so he managed to kill 3. And that was with his Bright Lance and his Serpent Shield. That Wave Serpent. And these guys, they all managed to spray into the Wraithguard and annihilating them and the Farseer. The Farseer only failed 1 armor save, but it was strength 6 and ended up killing him. The Hemlock managed to destroy all of the Dire Avengers, because those cannons are very nasty. And so it was very unfortunate for them, but hey, you're dealing with the Samahan here, and so you better be prepared for this kind of stuff. And so the Warlock joins the fray in this close combat with 4 Wraithguard, and they're fighting, and the only thing that's keeping this unit alive is Fortune, and we managed not to do anything to each other. And so it leads us into Eldar turn 3. Wave Serpent. He's determined to take out my Wave Serpent. He gets his Crimson Hunter Exarch into the battle. Dire Avengers continue their advance. They're going to target the other jet bike unit. And as Warlocks advance, the Wraithlord is going to target the jet bikes as well. And so he's in a kind of a tough spot here. And so his Guardians and Wave Serpent target mine and only manage to knock off 2 hull points off that guy. His Crimson Hunter comes in and manages to destroy my Hemlock. I didn't get to do anything fun with the Hemlock. Dire Avengers take out a jet bike and manage to knock a wound off the Farseer, I believe, or maybe it was Perils. I can't remember. I perilled lots that game. And so the Wraithguard and jet bikes in there with the Farseer. Oh my gosh. Nobody's dying in there. It's complete deadlock. And so Eldar turn 3, Vipers target the Dire Avengers. Jet bikes and Vipers over here. Yeah, that Farseer ends up periling himself again, trying to cast, I believe, Doom on the Dire Avengers. Completely fails. No warp charge. Having to cast Fortune all the time is beneficial, but when you need that extra warp charge, when you fail the perils, it just doesn't help. So Wave Serpent there is targeting the Dire Avengers. The Dire Avengers target the Guardians. We're going to ignore that Wave Serpent for the most part. And the Dire Avengers manage to do their job, destroying a bunch of them. The Wave Serpent destroys the Dire Avengers. That Dire Avenger ends up breaking because the Vipers and such end up destroying a bunch of them. And that Wave Serpent destroys this Wave Serpent. And so we don't have to worry about that guy no more. And so, yeah. Dire Avenger Exarch has to fall back. It's not looking good for the Eldar. And then, in the close combat phase, we managed to kill 1 Wraithguard, winning the combat, holding our own. And that's my Warlord in that middle there. And so this Dire Avenger, he continues his fallback. The Guardians have to fall back to guard their objective. Crimson Hunter comes flying over here. He's gonna wreck this Wave Serpent, hopefully. Maybe, who knows. Wraith Lord advances. Doesn't want to target anything because I think he's gonna try and join that fray, and the Warlock advances. He tries to cast one of his psychic powers into this combat, and I end up denying the witch on him, so completely fails from there. Crimson Hunter knocks a hull point off this Wave Serpent. Not too much there. Warlord, or Wraith Lord, ends up wrecking a Viper. And in close combat, we managed to destroy another Wraith Guard. I'll take it. It's not awesome combat, but we're slowly whittling them down. Fortune, it's keeping those guys alive. Dire Avengers jump out the back of their Wave Serpent. We're going to target that Crimson Hunter, see what we can do. And the Wave Serpents are both targeting him. And so the Vipers target this one lonely Warlock. That's all they can see. And so I said, well, if you can make all your saves, you win the game. I'll forfeit the game if you win this. And what does he roll? Not enough. And so my young Autarch doesn't get the win right off this roll. So I was kind of teasing him at that point anyway, but and so Dire Avengers advance. The Dire Avengers and Wave Serpents managed not to do a thing to the Crimson Hunter. Vipers in these unit continue to guard. Managed to destroy the Wraith Lord Bladestorm. It's nasty. It's just awesome. So leads us into close combat, and we managed to destroy one more Wraith Guard. I think that time it was the Guardians who got the hits, and not even the Warlock and Farseer. And so by the end, can't take no more. So hearty handshake. Oh man, he almost broke my hand at that point. And so that's it. Eldar defeated. Samhan is victorious. Once again. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Like and subscribe if you found this mildly entertaining.